Welcome to a brand new era of the Florida Lifestyler Group podcast. Season 3 is officially here on YouTube. Join your host, James Wright, as we dive into the true essence of the lifestyle. This season, we are bringing you the high class, sophisticated conversations you've come to expect, focusing on authentic connections and elevating your lifestyle journey. We are skipping the loud, crowded scenes and focusing on what really matters. Get ready for an inside look at our exclusive community events. From our intimate dinner of love gatherings to our signature pineapple hiking excursions. Plus, we will be showcasing the latest premium drops in our Florida Lifestyler apparel line. Whether you are just stepping into the lifestyle or you are a seasoned veteran, our goal is to provide a classy, welcoming space to learn, grow, and connect. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Welcome to Season 3.
Hi, everybody. This is James, and I'm here with you with another episode of the Florida Lifestyler podcast. And today we have a visitor's pass but coming all the way down from where?
Alabama.
Alabama. Yeah, I had forgot. I had another person scheduled today from Ohio, but they canceled. Had to remember so much going on in my schedule. But from Alabama, right across the border, right through Cyberweb to Florida, we're here with April and Scott from Naughty Gym Podcast and Naughty Gym Fitness. How are you guys doing today?
Good. Thank you so much for having us.
Doing great. We're excited to be on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm excited and I'm very, very grateful for you guys taking the time out to do this podcast. Again, like what we spoke before, you guys inspired me to do this via Zoom and showed me because I'm very creative and you showed me the spark again that it don't take much to get the information out there and just to get started.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I knew that with a lot of things, but with this podcast thing, I thought I needed the whole shebang like everybody had. And I seen how you guys did this and still released the information. And when I looked at Swinger Podcast, you popped up, and I love fitness and I love what you guys do. And I just want to thank you guys. I want to give you a round of applause for myself,
Thank
you know,
you.
and
Thank
just thank
you.
you guys, man, because y'all are helping a lot of people and y'all staying consistent and persistent with this information. And that's why you popping up in the feed like that.
We
Because
appreciate
of,
that.
Well, good.
yeah.
Yeah, we have no idea how to make stuff pop up in the feed, so we're happy to hear that
Yeah.
Google can find us every once in a while.
Yeah, yeah. I'm wound up popping up in the algorithm as well. I seen that I had like 109 watch hours in 1 month. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I don't keep up with the stats because I love what I do and I love the culture as well. So I don't keep up with the stats. And I checked it one day. They said 109. I had to look at it twice. Like I thought it said 10.9.
We never look at the insights. We're not like trying to like optimize SEO or any of that stuff. We just
Right.
know we have stories to tell. And when we started the lifestyle, we had no idea what it was about. And there weren't really any, there was a couple podcasts, but not a lot just telling like their journey, like their struggles and like we heard a lot of sex stories and we're like, well, we can figure that out. Like we can figure out once we get to the bedroom what to do. But what do we do outside of that? Like, how do we navigate this with our family and our kids and our community and the jealousy issues and conversations that you have outside of the lifestyle? And so that's really what we just started was like, let's just tell our story.
And you guys get real deep into your journey and very transparent. And
Yeah.
I admire that because I'm a transparent person myself, so I connected a lot with you guys.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been in the lifestyle? How did you start your journey, met each other, and more for people who haven't seen the podcast?
Well, we've been since the day our relationship started, we've been open. It actually started by us going to a resort that was a lifestyle resort. So we've been together now officially 11, coming up on 11 years. So we've been in some variation of an open relationship that whole time. Although it looked very different then than it does now, of
Yeah.
course, as you know, most of us do. Our rules and boundaries and things we're comfortable with have grown and evolved over that period. But yeah, we kind of were coming out of not great marriages, both of us at the same time, and we worked together. I owned a gym that she was a coach at, and then eventually we started owning our own gyms. But that's how we got connected to each other. But from the very beginning, we just decided we're not going to let society dictate how we live our life. We're not going to live by the inherited scripts we've grown up with in the deep south. We're going to do it our way, and it's been a journey, and we've had to learn a lot, but now we live a very open and free lifestyle, and we couldn't be happier.
Mm.
Right. Now, when you guys got into the journey and you was doing fitness, did you guys think that y'all was going to incorporate swinging and fitness at the same time?
No. We tried to keep that very separate. So because we live in a very small conservative town,
Okay.
and
Alabama, right? So it's like
right,
Bible Belt type.
yes, and
Okay.
I mean, we weren't public figures, but we were very prominent because we owned these gyms. People knew who we were. And so we were very cautious to not discuss it with our staff, not discuss it. Like, even at the time we started Naughty Gym, we weren't using our faces, we weren't using our names. Like, we tried to kind of protect our gym
Right.
members because they were CrossFit gyms. So it's very community focused.
Right.
And we got outed in 2021 and lost half of our business because of that. And
Wow.
so,
Almost went bankrupt
yeah.
because
And
of it.
we decided at that point, now that everybody knows, we talked to our kids. We have 5 kids between us. We talked to our family, the ones that we really cared about, our immediate family, and decided we're going to lean into it. And so we eventually sold all of our brick and mortar gyms, but we had learned how to coach remotely through COVID because everything was shut down. And so that's how Scott actually came up with the idea of Naughty Gym, where we create an online community that delivers health and fitness to the sex positive community, whether that's LGBTQ, non monogamous, swingers, open, BDSM, poly, kink, just to give them a safe space to come and ask questions, get fitness advice where they can be themselves, though. They don't have to hide anything.
And so we created Naughty Gym to, there's workouts that we post 3 versions of the workout every day, depending on how much equipment you have. And that's how it
Hmm.
started, was an online fitness and nutrition platform.
Hmm.
But as it grew, members wanted to get together and meet. They were seeing each other and having conversations on our online platform, but they wanted to meet in person. So we started hosting events. Luckily, we had a lot of experience with that because we ran a lot of big competitions and stuff with our CrossFit gyms, in our brick and mortar vanilla world. And that helped translate over into our lifestyle journey. So now we host event this year. We have events that we're hosting in 5 different countries. So it
With
became
Naughty
something
Gym.
it became
Yeah, through
something.
Naughty Gym.
Yeah.
So we do
Mhm.
kind of like holistic lifestyle retreats. Like, we do one in El Salvador where we buy out a resort. It's a 30-room resort. They're
Okay.
clothing optional for us. We bring in somatic sexologists to do like pussy massage and hand job classes or blow job classes. But
Yeah.
then we also have meditation and yoga and sound baths
Or
and
classes about jealousy and sort of boring relational stuff instead of the triple X classes that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we this year alone we've been we did a full takeover of the entire resort at Hedonism. So, there were 500 and something people there.
This was actually our third year.
Hmm.
In this year coming up, will be our fourth year. We do a full takeover at Hedonism in Jamaica. And we call it a sexual health and wellness summit.
Right.
So it's the same parties that they do at Hedo, but we bring in educators in every realm of the lifestyle, like sexual, physical, mental, emotional, relational, and they offer workshops during the day. So if you want to go to a workshop, you can. If you want to go to the nude pool party, you can. So it's a really fun event.
Yeah, and it's a little bit different than your typical week at Hedo. There is the educational component during the day, but then we have all the parties at night. But yeah, that's our first international event this year. Our second one will be in Toronto at X Club toward the end of June.
Awesome.
That's a 4-day event. We've got
When was that established? In 1976?
Yeah.
what's that?
Canada.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think April just realized it's a country.
I am geographically challenged, but
I was just watching that and I caught that joke. I said, y'all so funny.
you know what's amazing about the lifestyle? My favorite thing is the connections we've made with people that we never would have come across in our everyday vanilla life. People
Yeah,
that some we've had sex with, some we haven't, but
right.
we probably never would have met them. And now we have friends in Canada, all over the world.
That is amazing.
It's insane. And the people of the lifestyle are what we love so much about this. If you could take sex off the table, I would still choose to be in this journey because
Right.
the open-mindedness and the authenticity is just second to none.
You guys are a powerful team.
Thank you.
But
No,
and I
seriously.
don't.
Y'all persevere. Your perseverance is it is fucking outstanding.
It
Think
wasn't
about what
always
you
easy.
said, like exactly. But you guys persisted and stayed. The perseverance is like, and persistence is like the key to
Yeah.
a man. They said it's like coal to iron or something like that, cold steel. It's something like that. I read this quote. I've studied so much. You know what I'm saying? But I read this stuff, and Napoleon Hill talks a lot about perseverance and persistence. And I'm listening to you guys how you say you went through this struggle, went through that struggle, different marriages, found each other. Then you had the companies. The companies went through the struggle. Y'all could have quit and said, "Yo, this is it. Like we don't know what we're gonna do with our life." COVID hit. Scott was like, "Bing, bing. I got an idea, babe. Let's do this." She was like, "Okay." Boom. Now you guys are hosting
Yeah.
across worldwide events.
Yeah.
From outsider looking in, guys, if you're thinking about doing anything in life, this is what I like to teach within my thing is perseverance because that is in persistence. That is very important in anything you do in life. If you want to be in a relationship, if you want to get great results out of the lifestyle, stay persistent. You know what I'm saying? And persevere through the challenges
Yeah.
because there's going to be challenges in every walks of life you know so you got to persevere and also find a mastermind
Yeah.
they went through their challenges and they found the mastermind, and you guys are a mastermind couple because you guys are working together in unity and
Yeah.
making things happen, and it's
Thank
only getting better and better and better.
Well, I should clarify. 90% of everything that has been successful is because of her.
Oh, that's not
Oh,
true.
I love
That's
it.
not true.
I love it. Hey,
We work
I
so
look at
well
it as
together because he's
that's
the
how I look at it.
ideas.
That's
Yeah.
how I look at it. Like you could clearly see you guys are like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying y'all are like a twin flame swirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it when I watch, and I like that you guys focus on helping people understand the depths of relationships other than just like you said, the sex aspect.
Yeah.
Because that's what I started this podcast for, because I want people to see different type of mindsets.
Mm-hmm.
Because people just think of sets when they hear swinger.
Yeah.
They hear swinger, they be like, "Oh, you and your wife are swinger," and I'm like, "Yo, well, if you really get into it, we're probably more mature about this thing than you guys are."
Yeah.
Well, one of the things we like to say is because for us, we've been in it a little while now, about 11 years. The sexual component of non-monogamy the importance of that has dwindled a bit. So when you first get started, that's all you can think about. Oh, I get to have sex with somebody else. Oh, I can't wait. And we were that way.
Yeah,
The newness of that has sort of worn off a bit. And one of the things we like to say is that for us, non-monogamy is no more about sex than monogamy is.
Oh.
If your monogamous life, if your monogamous relationship is heavily sexually focused, you have sex every day or close to it, you're probably going to want something similar in your non-monogamous journey too. And that's great. But if your relationship with your primary partner is sex once or twice a week, you may not be as focused on the sexual elements when you go to a lifestyle party. You may get just as much enjoyment out of just having those conversations, and that's the way it's kind of turned for us. We still play with people, but it's not. We don't go to an event and play 8 times. We might play once,
Yeah.
kind of thing, because
right,
for us,
right.
the connection and getting to know people has turned out to be at least, if not more important than the sex. So our journey has changed a bit, and
But we love that there's no one right way,
right.
right? Everybody has a different path that they've taken into the lifestyle. Every couple that we've talked to, no couple has done the same thing. Like you can't give rules like, how do I get into the lifestyle? We get that asked that all the time, like, how do I get into the lifestyle? How do I become a swinger? And it's like, I don't know what's going to work for you and your partner. Like, you have
Right.
to communicate, and what worked for us may not work for somebody else. Like, you figure out what the best course is for you. And that's what's beautiful about the lifestyle is nobody in the lifestyle cares. Like, however you do it, I'm going to celebrate. Like, if if one of my friends wants to get gang banged on a Wednesday, I'm going to be her biggest cheerleader. That might
Yeah,
not be for me, but I'm going to be there for it. And
right.
so that's the beautiful thing about this.
And there ain't no gang bang like a Wednesday gang.
Oh, if you ask Lydia, she knows. She love a good little bang bang. A little fine self.
I love that.
Yeah, my wife, man, she's great. We've been in a lifestyle for like 15 years.
Oh, cool.
Since actually 2012. We grew up together. So today is actually our 20-year anniversary.
Oh,
What a
congratulations.
great happy anniversary.
Yeah,
You
so,
don't even look old enough to have been married for 20 years.
yeah, I know I look like a baby, but I'm up there.
Yeah. And it's almost 10 o'clock where you're at. Why aren't you out on an anniversary date right
She's
now?
got to work today.
No babysitting.
Yeah.
She should have took off.
And my oldest is 11, and he's not watching. He can't
Yeah.
even put his shirt on the right way. I gotta keep reminding him to put his shirt on the right way. I ain't gonna watch it. He ain't watching no.
Look, I have my middle son, real quick sidetrack. My middle son was like that. He would leave for school with his shirt on inside out and backwards. And I
No
was
matter
like,
how many times you tell
kid,
him.
this kid now is Navy Special Forces. So there is hope.
Oh no, my son is actually a 2%er in Florida in testing.
Yeah, yeah. See, they
Yeah,
don't care about their
yeah,
clothes.
no, he's like a super genius. But I'm like, dude, you gotta know how to tie your shoes. Like you
Right.
get up there, dude. Like these are
Hey,
fundamentals now.
that top 2%, that's what qualifies you for Mensa. Top 2%
Yeah.
on the IQ chart qualifies for Mensa.
It's awesome.
That's
He told
cool.
me I was hanging out one day. He was like, Dad, I'm top 2% testing in Florida.
Oh,
I was
good for
like,
you.
what? I was like, top 2%? He's like, yeah. I'm like, that's good. I expect that of you. Because
Did you
I look at everybody as humans as great. We all in the same image. So I look at all of us as greatness until you show you don't believe in your greatness and do
Yeah.
something that's not great.
Yeah.
And what I look at as not great is just something of good quality. And good quality is just giving your best and good quality, trying to be good amongst others. We all have times when we had our times. Like I tell my children, I used to be a little street guy. So I had a past, but I tell them it was because I was around the wrong conditioning, and the conditioning in your environment will control your mind. And as you know, in your mind control your outcomes when you be around something. It's like the experiment of a rotten fruit. You put a rotten fruit next to another rotten fruit in a bag, that shit just gonna get rotten.
Yeah.
Your whole refrigerator stinks. So you gotta get the fruit out before the
Yeah,
fucking refrigerator stinks.
that's right.
Like, yeah, because a stinky refrigerator takes a lot of cleaning. Yeah.
I like that.
So what can you say is like your greatest lesson through your journey of being in the lifestyle? Like what can you say that really taught you, yeah, like the greatest lesson? What has impact you to make you be like, yo, this is for me, or this is like something that I want to be committed to?
Yeah, I'll tell you a
Because you guys are
story.
committed to it like me.
Yeah, in 2021, when we got outed, it was in August of 2021. And at the same time that over the period of time we got outed in August, both of my parents, my mother and my father, were hospitalized with COVID. And they were in the hospital for 3 months. And that was during the time where we lost half of our business, and it was just crazy. They both ended up passing from COVID within 5 days of each other.
Wow.
And the people in our local community, maybe one or two people reached out to us. And now we've lived in this community he's grew up here. I've lived here for 25 years. But we had people that we had met in the lifestyle and people we had not met in the lifestyle. And this is at the very beginning of Naughty Gym. So we weren't super popular, but people that we had met were sending my parents cards in the hospital. People we had never
Oh,
met in person that were in the lifestyle. And that was when I said, I am not going back. I'm digging, and this is my community. Those are the people that showed up for us and didn't even know us, but had the kindness and compassion and grace to be kind and loving and supportive to people they didn't even know. Those are my people. And that
yeah.
is that is
Like,
when we made the choice. We are not going back.
yeah. When you say pretty much that's for you too, Scott, huh?
So ask the question again, so I want to make sure I'm answering it correctly, because I have a different answer, I think.
It's kind of like it's the same question.
Yeah,
Like, when did you find that point that you didn't want to go back when it was very super impactful?
Mhm.
Like, I don't want to change this. I
Yeah.
want to stay committed to this.
I think for me, the thing that, and this is the thing that I thought the opposite way when we got into non-monogamy, but I was terrified of the emotional side of this. That, hey, we got this great relationship, and you start getting too close to people, it can wreck the relationship that you have. I have realized that for me at least, and of course, we're writing a book too that should be out next month. That should be published, but
Awesome.
the emotional side is the most important side for me now. Not only do I am I not scared of it anymore, I embrace it. I want to be able to sit across the table from any human, male or female, doesn't matter, with no barriers to my interaction with them. I want to get to know them as deeply as I can. If I'm going to play with somebody, I want to know them as deeply as I can in that moment. I want to let every emotion come rushing in and not be afraid of it. I want to be able to trust that the foundational relationship that she and I has is unassailable. That no matter what happens with me and somebody else, me and her are going to die on a porch together when we're old. But for me, the feeling of being able to feel as closely connected to another human being, there's no rush like that on earth. No adrenaline rush can compare. I want to be able to know somebody as intimately as possible. And if I'm getting to know a girl or a guy, because we're both bisexual, I don't want it to be just superficial sex. I no longer have any interest in just sex. Um, that's been the biggest change for me. And that was 180 degrees from what we thought when we first got in the lifestyle, because we said, look, we don't even want to know people's names. We're just gonna, whoever's hot and is willing to fuck us, that's what we want. And
That's how I be when you first started run a gun.
yeah, and we did. We came out guns a blazing when we first started, but it's a lot different for us now.
Yeah.
Damn, Scott, that was powerful. That was powerful words, though. That was very powerful words, because the emotional aspect I found to be something I started to get more connected with too over time.
Mhm.
But at first it was like that running gun. Just now I'm not bi, but I still when I talk to other guys, because I like my wife, she's very like busy. She barely texts me back. So I have to text and do all the
I'm the
networking.
same way.
Yeah.
We're both like that.
So I have to do
Yeah.
all the networking and setting up. And like I said, it's about the emotional aspect. It's like I'm trying to get to know people, to get to know their mindset, and if the quality over quantity saying. When I first started in the lifestyle, the more experienced people used to always tell me quality over quantity. I used to be like, man, you sound like a dickhead. Like, no, I used to always think that, like, you're just being a fucking asshole. Like, dude, whatever, But now, as I get more into the lifestyle and farther into it, I feel like Scott, like, I like to know somebody's mindset, know where they at, know the quality of this person before we actually lay down with this person,
Yeah.
because you might poor quality bring poor results.
Yeah. Well, even like the men, like Scott last year, I do a women's retreat. Scott did a men's retreat for men in the
Okay.
lifestyle. It just a sex positive retreat. Not, I mean, if guys were bisexual, there was bisexual, gay, straight,
Right.
but it was about men connecting with each other in such a real friend way, because you get to be an adult and really you're not going to work and then hanging out with your coworkers. You can't
Yeah.
tell them everything most of the
Right.
time. And so it's very rare now for men to make these really deep connections with other men that aren't sexual, but like a brotherhood. And
Yeah.
it's such a special and unique thing to be able to do in the lifestyle for men and women. But I think for men, especially because most men, they're having, once they are married, they've got children to take care of, they've got their job, their wife is their friend, right? And their wife arranges, like, I'm going out with my girlfriends and their husbands, so you're coming with me. And so for men to kind of be able to have their own friendships that are deep, that don't have anything to do with their wife or their work or anything else, is, I think, a really special thing.
Well, I'll give you an example. When we did that retreat, the men's retreat, it was happening the exact same time she was doing the women's retreat. I didn't really want to do it at first because I thought, well, guys just don't want to do this kind of stuff.
Like, yeah, they want to sit around the jacuzzis and be pampered all day.
Yeah. So I planned this itinerary for this men's retreat where we had 90 minutes each day where we were going to sit and discuss some relational stuff. And it was kind of planned what we were going to talk about. But the idea was that 90 minutes is about all the attention I'm probably going to get out of a guy before we want to just go eat steak and,
Play poker.
talk about football or something. Well, every day we started our 90-minute session, and every day it ended up going over 4 hours, and we had to just finally cut it off because there was 20 of us guys in this big cabin in Smoky Mountain. And what we knew going in but didn't really appreciate was that we don't get this opportunity much. We don't get to sit around with a whole bunch of other guys normally in our day-to-day life and talk completely openly about all of these aspects of non-monogamy or jealousy or all this emotional stuff, because our buddies in the vanilla world probably aren't going to have those conversations with you.
Right. Right.
And if they do, they're not going to be willing to go that deep. And
Right.
every single day we finally had to cut it off, say, hey, the poker tournament is starting tonight. We got to stop this conversation. And it really was incredible how much the guys wanted to sit around and talk about getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's good, man, because men, like you said, do need an outlet.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and that's very, very great. And where they can find these outlets and Where can they find these retreats at? naughtygym.com,
Yeah,
right?
so they can go to naughtygym.com and there's an events tab on our website and all of our events are listed on there. Our men's and women's retreat is in November 8th through the 11th in the Smoky Mountains. And our cabins are right next door to each other, but we don't mix.
Oh, okay.
So the
Might
men
be-
stay in their cabin, the women come to my cabin, and it's just 4 days. It's those two are probably the women's retreat, and I know for him the men's retreat are incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you think
Sounds incredible.
nobody's gonna come to those because there's no chance of sex. There's no women there.
But
I'm
some of the women had sex together,
well,
and
right.
maybe some of the
But in general, people are, they're like, oh, I want to go to a party where, and that's great. I understand that. We love the parties too, but and every one of our other events all through the year are,
parties.
parties and couples and stuff. But it's hard to explain how impact. I would say that over the 11 years I've been in the lifestyle, the men's retreat that we did last year was for me the single most impactful thing I've done in my lifestyle journey. Was it the
Man, I
most?
bet.
Was
It's
it
a
the
place
most?
where men probably break tears, man. You
Oh
probably
yeah.
get a couple of
Oh,
tears.
the men
Definitely.
cried more than the women did, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, and they all left with best friends now. Like in the
You
lifestyle,
know,
sometimes you can feel like an island. Like me and my partner are the only one experiencing this, and I'm going to a new event, and I'm the only one feeling like this. Like, how do they do it so easily? Like it comes so easy for them. But then you get the men all together in a room who can share open and authentically, and they're not judged or shamed for showing emotions. They're encouraged to show emotions and then supported by other men. It's just a really beautiful, special thing.
damn, I need to go to this
Yeah. Yeah.
because I need an outlet spot. I think I met you
Come
for,
on. Yeah, you'll and look,
You would love
the
it. You would
cabins
love
we
it.
stay in are like multi-million dollar.
and it's November, so it gives me plenty of time playing with the
Yeah.
kids.
And the prices start at like, I think 875 for the 4 days
It
to like
What?
1,500. And that includes all your meals.
depends on whether
It
you want a
includes,
private room or the bunk room.
yeah,
Yeah, it's very affordable.
it's very
Yeah, that
affordable.
includes your meals and everything.
Oh my gosh. Hey guys, check that out. And don't hopefully leave me a spot.
Yes. Yeah.
But we also have our bigger trips that are much more like our trip to Barcelona, that's a 7 night, 8 day trip, our trip to El Salvador, Jamaica, all these different places that we're going to. We try to look up where would we want to go in the world, and let's see how many of these awesome people we can talk into going with us kind of thing.
Right. And give this information. I think you guys are very informative.
Thank you.
I think you should keep up with what you're doing. Don't never give up
Thank
because
you.
you got people like me that watch you guys. I watch you guys. Sometimes I catch the older episodes or whatever, but I am a regular with
Thank
you
you.
guys. And I'm grateful for your service to the lifestyle. And y'all inspire me, and I know you guys probably inspire others. And it's very touching to talk to somebody that inspired me, because a lot of people say I inspired them. And I'd be like, man, what the hell? Like, what do I do? I'm just doing what I do, and that's
Right.
probably how y'all feel. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
doing what I'm doing. But it's people like me watching that sitting around with their children that love the lifestyle, that's in the entertainment world. And I'm just like, yo, because I didn't know how I was going to do this without my wife. Because I tried to do it with my wife, and she's more the behind the scenes type person. So I was like, damn, like, if she's not going to show up to everything, it's probably going to look weird for me to do it by myself.
Yeah.
And one person was like, do it, dude. The lifestyle will understand.
Mhm.
If you're married, they will understand still. Even if you're
Yeah.
single, we're understanding people. And
Yeah.
then I was watching you guys more, then I was like, yo, I'm going to do it like motherfucking April and Scott. I'm gonna
Well,
do
that's
this shit
probably
just
it.
like
Yeah.
them.
Let's do it like
I'm gonna hit up everybody and be like, zoom, 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 zoom.
Look, you got a voice. You've got something to say. And I mean, sometimes we'll record a podcast and I'm like, nobody's going to listen to that. And those are the podcasts where people are like, oh my God, that resonated with me. You've got a voice and something to say. Put it out there.
Yeah. And I got something to give us. I created the Florida Lifestyler
Yeah.
brand. That
Yeah.
brand is one brand under the sun. It's actually a fashion line to he- to help us represent a lifestyle in style in
Yeah.
discreet situations and discretion. So people could really I showed my cousin earlier, like he's my big cousin Vanilla, but he knows my life. And I was like, this is what I got, a new clothing line. And I had some other type of clothing line. And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, no, I got this Florida clothing line. And he looked at it, he was like, wow, I really like that. And I was like, yeah, you got the upside down pineapple. People won't even know about the lifestyle. He was like, what? That's about the lifestyle? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, you see how good the brand is? I was like,
That's it.
I wore it at my children's school. No one
Yeah.
looks at me funny. So
Good.
I kind of like I did that to test the brand in a sense,
Yeah.
and to see where anybody, no one is so anonymous.
Yeah. I love
Well,
that.
so
And
where do y'all go and do most of your lifestyle stuff at?
um, more privately,
What?
because more privately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because of our life situation, we have been at resorts before, all the big like name resorts in Florida, which I would keep discreet because of your networking. But we have been in different ones, but at the same time, it's like we have such a family-based life,
Hmm.
as we explained in our Secrets Hideaway interview, that it's like we're just family, family, family. And when we try to catch a little free time, we're not working, we'll call up. It's mostly the single guys, and we'll have a threesome with my wife because it's like, single guys are like fucking every,
Yeah.
they're like bees in a beehive. You're like, work, get
Yeah,
some ass. They be like, oh, for real? All right, I'll go ahead. 30 minutes late. We ain't coming over.
yeah. You can find those a lot easier than you can find the single girl that wants to hook up.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Even with couples, because we're two, so we got all these dynamics, two different worlds going
Yeah.
in. So it's like two different schedules under one roof. So it's still like single guys are so available. But recently we have I noticed my wife we've been so run and gun with breaking family. She just been taking a break. And it happens
Yeah.
like that in the
It
lifestyle.
does. It does. We've taken breaks, and when we first started, our kids were younger. Our youngest is now a senior, so that's freed up more of our time. But when we first started, it was, and that time with your kids is so fleeting,
Valuable.
right? So
Yeah.
you have to focus on that first and make that a priority.
Right, correct. And she's a super mom, so you know
Yeah.
how that go. You sound like you was a super mom too, so you know
Oh
how
my
that goes.
goodness. Yeah,
Yeah, they
definitely.
try to do every damn schedule. And sometimes you gotta be like, "Hey, yo, these kids do not own you.
That's a good reminder. Yes.
They do not own you. Okay, you could say no.
I will say this. Her grandson does own her, and she cannot say no.
Yeah, I will say my kids didn't own me as much
Your
as my
grandparent,
grandson.
yay, hey, congratulations to
Thank-
grandparenting, and yeah, grandparents got the soft spot for every child.
Oh
So.
But
man,
you know what? I think she looks good for a granny.
I do.
What? Man, she looks amazing. I didn't even know she was a grandma. Hey, like y'all didn't know, I'm at grandpa age too. I just had my kids late. All my friends are grandpas. All my friends, cousins, everybody's grandpa. I'm still daddy. I learned late.
Wait a
I
minute.
started late.
How old are you?
I'm actually 39.
Oh, you're just a
You were
baby.
a grandfather at 39 or 40, weren't you?
No, well, it was in my early 40s. Yeah,
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 Early 40.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be 50. I'm 53 now. I'll be 54 in
yeah,
August. But yeah,
Wow, you
I've
guys
got
look
a 11-year-old grandson, I think.
yeah.
Hmm.
you look amazing.
Well, I've actually got five or I don't know how
We
many,
have, oh my God, we
like
have five
40,
grandkids.
40 grandkids. I don't know how many I
They
got.
just pop up. Grandpa.
We have five and one on the way. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We got another one coming. God.
Yes. But that's great. I mean, your legacy will live on.
Oh man, and they're
And
so
I'm
good.
pretty sure all of them will carry you guys' great spirit if they
Well, and
spend
what's
time with
beautiful is all of our kids know, and we have such a wonderful, oh, he's got to go potty.
you. Okay.
But we have such a wonderful relationship with all of our kids. He has two daughters, I have 3 sons, and our relationships, they know everything we do. were very open and transparent with us. And now they come to us with questions. So their girlfriends, I have 3 sons, and all of their girlfriends come to me to ask me questions. And we hang out, and I have girls' night with their girlfriends. And we just have a very loving family unit that's transparent. And our kids weren't like, they just want to hear about our sex life, right? No more than a monogamous couple's kids want to hear about their sex life. They
Right.
just want to know that we're happy, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's good. You guys got a real community-based situation.
Yeah, yeah,
That is good. Yeah, I actually decided to open up a lot about mine too. That's why, man, it's just like it is what it is. And
yeah.
I haven't got to the age when I spoke to my children yet because they're young. But
Right,
when
right.
but I'm transparent. So like I'm pretty sure they heard conversations of me talking to their mom about guys and shit.
Yeah,
It's like, oh yeah, do you like that guy? And this and
yeah.
that, because they're in the car. You know? They probably like, yeah, my
I
dad
talk,
probably.
I always talked very openly about sex with my children, with my boys, especially from a young age, because I knew they were going to see stuff at school and
Yup.
hear things. And so when I told them, I don't think they were surprised. They were kind of like, whatever, like not that
It's
big of
better
a
for them to hear it from you guys because we are the experienced ones. They learn from
right.
their peers. Because when you learn from your peers, you wind up in all kinds of inexperienced shit.
Right, right.
That's how my mom had me at 16.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
exactly.
told my mom the other day, I said, yo, I was doing the same thing you was doing at 16, except you wound up getting pregnant.
That's it, being honest with them. Like, if I'd ask my boys, do you need condoms? I will get you condoms. Like, if you're just gonna be a fuck boy, let the girl know. Like, tell her
Right.
what's up. Don't just mess around on her. Let her know. I don't want a committed relationship. I'm just having fun. And they would have
Right.
those conversations. And now they've got all have girlfriends that I absolutely adore.
That is awesome. You guys bring a lot to the table. Y'all guys bring a lot of value, and I want to meet with you guys and network with you guys more in
Oh,
the
we would
future.
love that.
You guys stay persistent. And if you guys want to know any information about these guys, you could go in the description below and make sure you check out their podcast and subscribe. Trust me, it's worth it. I'm not saying this. I'm not a poser, so I'm not the person that's just gonna soup you up just for fun. Like I mean this from my heart. This shit that they give is genuine. Is genuine raw information. Like it's transparent, and that's what made me gravitate towards them. And if you want to know more intimate, deep things, they can deliver that to you. And they have great guests on there. They have great experts that come on. I love the one that you had the expert that came on and they was talking about damn, I forgot. They was talking about basically like the mindset of like sex and stuff. It was one she was
Composure,
wearing black. She was like a sexologist or something like that.
maybe
Oh,
It was a
we've had a lot
while
of
ago. It was a
compersion
super
or
old episode. You
Sh-
guys got so
Shannon
many. I know
Chavez.
it's
Yeah,
probably
we've
hard
had
to
a
keep
lot.
track, but it was a great. It's just everything you guys do is informative, and
Thank
that's the key. Information, because it's here to help others, and helping others is what service is about.
you.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's kind of our podcast. We enjoy listening to other podcasts when they're talking about their sexual escapades and stuff. That's fun. But for us, that's not what we wanted our podcast to be about. We wanted it to be educational, and we wanted it to give you tools to help navigate this
Mhm.
non-monogamy journey more smoothly. Um, I don't know how good we are at doing that, but we do enjoy trying to help other people because we don't feel like we really had much of that help when we first got started.
Yeah.
Right, you guys are. I'm so grateful for y'all.
Thank you.
Now, before I get up out of here, I want to ask one more question. When you hear Florida lifestyler, what comes to your mind?
Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, well, there's two resorts that we know of in Florida that are the big resorts. Secrets and Caliente.
Right.
But we've never actually been to Secrets.
Yeah, we haven't.
We want to get to go, but it's also like we've never been to Desire. Not because we don't want to go, but because just we sort of all of a sudden found ourselves so busy with what we're doing. It's hard.
I will say though, when I hear Florida lifestylers, you guys have a big population.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
why I
don't know if it's
created the
because it's a
one under the
sunshine
sun.
state or
Yeah,
what, but you guys have a big population. So we do like to get down to Florida when we can.
yeah, big lifestyle population. That's why I created one unit under the sun because we have all these different groups. But I
Yeah.
wanted it started like I tell people, it started with this tattoo right here. It
Yeah.
yeah, it's a Florida. You probably can't see it the way it's up, but it's a Florida. It's Florida with the upside down. It's this
Oh,
logo.
good. Yeah.
So the logo started as a tattoo. The tattoo, I brought it to life and turned it into an entity. I said, yo, I did this to represent myself because I'm from Florida and I was like, I'm a lifestyler. And then I was like, yo, I'm going to make this the biggest Florida brand for everybody who's in a lifestyle to have one thing to represent. No matter what group, no matter what culture, what organization you with, if you're in the lifestyle and you're in Florida, this is it. This is where your one-stop shop that represents who you are, you
Yeah.
know? And
I
I
love
wanted
that.
that because the is no greater thing than unity. You know, you can
Yes.
have all these cliques, but when you say Florida lifestyle, this is one sunshine state party, baby.
Yeah.
You
I
know
love
what
it.
I'm
I
saying?
love it.
It is not about me. Even though
Yeah.
I'm a founder and creator, it's not about me.
It's
It's
about the
about
community.
Florida.
Yeah.
Right. And like you said, we're so popular here. And it's just, and I like to get guys that's out of state too. That's why I interview guys from out of state because it don't stop here.
Yeah.
The bucks don't stop here. So we
Hmm.
need some visitors to come through so we could so people who just in Florida looking, they could be like, yo, damn, there's people in Alabama. Damn, there's people in Ecuador that can relate to me. Wow, there's people in Toronto. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You need to go reach out to these people. You could find a lifestyle everywhere you go in the world, baby. They everywhere.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, we
So again,
appreciate you. You are truly doing good work.
y'all think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate that
yeah.
because
Yeah.
I love what I do and I
Yeah.
love the lifestyle, man. And I just think I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you
Well, thank you for
so
having
much
us
for
on.
inspiring me
Yeah.
to pursue what I love and
Yeah.
to find a way to pursue it that I could do it by myself, and still embrace my relationship at the same time, you
Yeah.
know. So thank you guys. I love you guys so much.
Thank
You don't
you.
even
We
know.
appreciate you.
Well,
Thank
thank
you for
you.
Um,
having us on.
Yeah, we
you're
enjoyed
welcome.
this.
And if you want to reach out to them again, link in the description and trust me, they'll be back in the future, I hope to network with you guys and something. I have some fitness ideas and stuff. And then when I thought about you guys today and I was like, maybe, so we'll talk a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. We're open for that for sure.
Definitely. I'll be getting back to my dad life.
Yes.
All right. Love you guys. God
Thank
bless.
you. Have a good one.
Nice
Have a
meeting
good
you.
one. See ya. Nice meeting
Bye.
you, Scott. You're amazing.
I appreciate it.
See you guys.
Find your sunshine lifestyle at floridalifestyler.com.